Hello everyone! Today I want to talk about the language policies of Japan and the Philippines and how they are similar and different, especially in schools. So let's begin with Japan. Japan is often described as a monolingual country where most people speak only Japanese. So the government they used a standard version of the language called Yujungo, which is taught in schools and used in official situations. But today, Japan is slowly changing and because of globalization. So they are now putting more efforts into teaching English when in fact English is being taught in the last 2 years of elementary school. And the government, they plan to start teaching it from grade 3 as a formal subject. But even though Japan has indigenous languages like the Ainu and the Ryukyuan, these are not usually taught in schools. So they are mostly used for cultural preservation and their use is very limited. So on the bright side, the Japanese Sign Language or the JSL is now receiving more attention and the Brazilian children in Japan have this special schools to help them maintain their Portuguese language. Now, let's talk about the Philippines. So, unlike Japan, the Philippines is proudly multilingual. So, we have more than 180 local languages and the government, they support this through a policy called Mother Tongue Based Multilingual Education or the MTB-MLE. So this means that from kindergarten to grade 3, the students are taught using their first language like the Cebuano, Ilocano, Rinconado, Waray, and so on and so forth. So after grade 3, the main languages of instruction become Filipino and English. So the English, they has always been important in the Philippines, especially when it comes to the job opportunities or travel and also communication around the world. So just like Japan, the Philippines, they are also offers foreign languages in some schools including the Korean, Spanish, and Mandarin. Now, let's look at what both countries have in common. So both Japan and the Philippines, they understand that English is important in today's global world. So both countries, they also struggle with preserving their native and indigenous languages. And both countries, they use the pop culture or like the anime, the J-pop in Japan or the teleserye or any apps in the Philippines to make the language learning fun and relatable for the students. But they are also have a key differences. Japan is still focused on the main language, which is the Japanese, as part of its identity. So but on the Philippines, they encourage many languages and sees diversity as a strength. So we even used our local languages in early education. Also, Japan is still catching up when it comes to using minority languages in schools, while in the Philippines, we already has a system to support this even if it's not very perfect. So those are some of the differences and also the similarities of Japan and the Philippines when it comes to the education, when it comes to the language policy in education. Now, I'd like to share something more very personal when it comes to Japan. So I really like Japan not just because of its beautiful scenery or its culture, but also because of how much they value education. So students in Japan, they are taught not just about subjects but also life skills like discipline, cleanliness, and respect for others. So they are encouraged to work hard and be independent from a young age. So even though Japan still has things to improve, like supporting more languages, I admire their effort to prepare the students for a global future. So I think we can learn from each other. So the Philippines, they has a strong languages diversity, and Japan, they has a strong educational discipline. And if the both systems can keep improving, you can create a better learning experiences for everyone. So that's all. Thank you for listening.